Yes, we're back on. Yes, I had my microphone for some reason. It was disabled. It was disconnected from my PC. I'm not too sure why. Um, so it's all good now. Great news. Hi Rick. Hi Tommy. Nice to have you guys here. Yeah, so it's 35 degrees here in the UK. I'm still wearing my nice shirt, but I've just rolled my sleeves up. So I'm not looking so well. I'm not so hot in my office. Yeah, and then let me just adjust this a bit because it knocked it over a bit. Yeah, but it's all good. And so yeah, so Tommy, you're in Sweden. Rick, where are you from? Rick Isaacson. Yeah, so I don't know why. Like I was before the stream, I was like super nervous. I don't know why. So I think it showed with the audio. You saw me swiping my forehead. I don't know if that was sweating because of the heat or because the audio wasn't working. It was one of those two. Um, yes, yes. Oh, New York, nice. New York. I got a friend who's moved to New York to Brooklyn. Yeah, he's moved there from the UK. He loves it. He loves Brooklyn. I'm more of a country person myself. I'm actually moving. When is it? 2 weeks time. Going to a country called Wales in the UK. So it's like England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, or Northern Ireland, Scotland, all part of like the UK. I'm moving to Wales to get more in the countryside, really. So I'm looking forward to that. I like to be out in the middle of nowhere. That's just me. Um, yeah. So I think what I'll do is I'll just start. Uh, yeah, I know. Matt, it's crazy. 35 today in the UK, and there's not even. I don't even think it's summer yet. So yeah. Oh, let's just see. Levent, how's it going? I don't know how to say hello in German. I need to learn some German. But anyway, okay. So here we go. So I think I'll just start the live stream. So yeah, thanks. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you all being here. Sorry for the hiccups. Last time the live stream ran really smooth, and I think I rested on my laurels a bit, and I didn't prepare enough. I think checking all the settings were right, but it's all good. We're here, and yeah, it's great to have you. So today we're going to be going over Divi Mobile and looking at just like the overview how to use Divi Mobile, some things you might not know, and yeah, Guten Tag, Guten Tag. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyway, let's crack on. That was me trying to speak German. Okay, so let's go. So this is my test website I've done. It's the preschool layout theme from Divi. I mean, I personally don't actually like it. I think there's a lot you could do to make it better. But anyway, I think this is pretty cool actually. So what I've done is I've just set up a menu, and I've got my normal menu with some child, sub menus. Now if I go to, okay, so a couple of things, right? When you first install Divi Mobile, it'll take over the appearance of the mobile menu. So if I just go inspect and preview what it looks like on mobile, you can see it actually doesn't. It looks a bit odd with the icon hanging over this admin bar. Now, this admin bar plays a bit of interference. So the first thing I would suggest is when you first start, is just to go to users your profile and just show toolbar when viewing site. Just disable that for now. When setting up the menu. Now, if you had to view the site as a customer, there wouldn't be that admin bar, so there wouldn't be that issue, So make sure you do that. I think what I'll do is in the future updates, I could customize the CSS and stuff to change the positioning based on the admin bar. It does cause a lot more code, so I kind of felt like it'd be easier just to do that personally. So that's the first you want to do. Now out the box it comes with this blue box and the 3 lines. So I'm just going to run through the settings and then how I approach making my mobile menu. So everything's in the appearance customizer. So we added it here, and the reason why is because then it's easy for you to visually see it. Now, the one thing about the customizer is it saves settings based on your theme. Okay, so if you go to your like appearance themes, here I have Divi. I have my Divi Mobile theme, which I downloaded. We created a dynamic child theme that I downloaded, and if you add another child theme, all our settings will get will be wiped clean, because what happens is in WordPress it saves the customizer settings based on the theme, because you're customizing the theme. Now with Divi, the child theme is a child theme of Divi, so therefore if you're customizing the Divi settings, the child theme won't need to you won't need to redo it. But if you're changing a child theme, or if you're adding a child theme, it can therefore you can lose the settings. So just bear that in mind. But what you can do is you can actually export and import the settings. So if you do change your child theme, just export and import over there. That's something I just wanted to kind of just say quickly. So Divi Mobile, the first things you want to go to is the menu style and settings. In here, there's the preview mode where you can choose how you want to preview your menu in our settings. So our mobiles by standard. The two things, the one is the theme builder and the Divi Mobile. If you're using the theme builder, you have to use our shortcode, which is Divi_mobile_tv_menu, and you add that with the brackets into a code module, for example, and then when you're using the theme builder, it will show there. I'm not going to go focus too much on that now. I'm just going to leave it on Divi Mobile, which we're going to do, and I want to select the menu, which is the primary one. The one menu I like, which is appear from outside of the screen, I quite like that one, so I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to have it as side slide. Okay, so here you can also just choose, you can play with these settings, find out which one you want. But I'm not going to, in our other videos we actually show you all these. I'm just going to show you how I'll go by setting up the mobile menu, and I'll just do my one style, and then we can talk from there. So there's the side slide. The breakpoint is 980, and at the moment, I don't want it to be fixed, so I'm just going to say not fixed. Publish those settings. I'll reload the page. You'll see now nothing's changed much. It hasn't fixed. You can see it opens up nicely like that. That's like the menu style and settings. I'll leave the custom header for now, or actually no, I'll jump on the custom header. What I want to do is I want to actually add a custom header for myself. Maybe I want to have like a search icon, or if you're using WooCommerce, maybe you want a cart icon. Enable this. And what that does is allows you to upload, your own logo, and you just publish this and just see. Okay, so mobile. Sometimes with the settings, it seems like the customizer doesn't quite pick up some of the settings when you see it like blurred out. It's like loading some PHP, and sometimes like it's a bit. Sometimes doesn't quite work well. So if you're having issues with how it looks, either reload or just look on the front end. But you can see it's reloaded nicely. I'm going to keep the header height to 80, and I'm going to change the max logo width because I want it a bit smaller. I want my logo to be that small. You can change the header background, but I want to keep it white. You can add a shadow. I want to keep that white. Now I'm actually going to make it so it's not fixed on scroll, and I'll show you why in a minute. Burger icon position from top, so you can change. Well, actually, I'll leave that actually. Where I'm going down a logo. So I want my logo from the edge. I want to move that out a bit. I want to have a search icon on the right. Okay, so you see it kind of the customizer with the addition of the search icon, it got mixed up. But when you see it kind of free, sometimes it can cause issues. Seems to be doing a bit more than usual today, but maybe I have to have a look at it. But it's easy enough just to reload. So there I have the search icon, and I want to just push that up a bit, and maybe make that a bit bigger, and then we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so that's the custom header, and we can go back and fine tune those settings. The next thing is really the burger icon, which is this blue section. I don't want this blue circle. I want to kind of change some things when it comes to the burger icon. Here we go. I want to keep 3 lines, so you can choose another 2 burger menu styles. Top right, spin, normal, that's fine. Distance from the edge, so I want to move it out a bit, and I want to move it down a bit. Okay. this is where I think a lot of people, you actually use your keyboard, which I find quite nice, to fine tune it exactly in the middle. This is where a lot of people kind of maybe mess up the settings slightly, is when you want to get rid of that blue, background. You might want to. I'll show you how to do it. The best thing to do really is to go down to the burger menu background and just make it a transparent. The reason why you want to make it transparent is because when you're clicking on the burger menu, it clicks on the whole circle. Okay, so if you remove that altogether, it'll just be clicking, and you have to click exactly on those lines in order for the burger menu to open up. Then again with the shadow, I'm just going to make that transparent, and then you see it's disappeared, but that's because my my lines, my burger icon, the menu, burger menu closed icon color is a normal. So I want to make that red, make it look a bit nice, because there's red on that on my preschool daycare. So there we go. We have a custom header. We have a search icon which pops down. We have that. So that is looking quite nice. I'm happy with my burger icon. You can again play around with all the settings. You can change some things on there. But I'm not going to go too deep in the settings. I'm just going to kind of go show you exactly how I do it. The next thing I'm going to look at is the menu appearance, and that is when you open this up. Okay. So first thing I see is the space at the top is I want to push it down a bit. So you can just push that down. Maybe you want to change the background color to a blue. The text color, maybe the text size, or maybe I just want it a bit bigger. 20 pixels maybe. Okay, so, and actually I want it full screen. So here you can kind of specify the max width. I want it full screen. So what I want is when they open it up, it comes in full screen. So that looks quite nice, but these arrows are a bit odd. They're a bit small, and that has got to do with the sub menu appearance, because this is dealing with sub menus. So on the sub menu appearance, I can choose what I want to do. I want to have mine as overlap. I want mine to overlap. Publish that. Let's take a look. Now when I open it up, I click on there, you see it overlaps. But again, it doesn't look good. But this is all down to our settings. When you look at the settings and alter it. And when I was preparing for this webinar, I was actually thinking it might be good, and I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to create some presets that you can just specify, hey, let me preset 1, preset 2, and then all our settings will change accordingly. I think that might help a lot of people to kind of just like get there quick, because we have so many settings that does so much, and it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing, because it gives you so much flexibility, but it can be overwhelming at the same time. Maybe I'll just working on, I think some presets might be good. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to work out these arrows over here. I want to change that. So here we go. Open menu, sub menu, icon, appearance. The first thing you want to do is if you want to change the icon, I like the arrows, but if you go to the Elegant Themes icon blog and you go down here, you can choose another one. So let's say I want to have this little right arrow over here. I basically enter in the number or the digits, or the digits after the letter X. So in this case, it'll be 45. And if I add 45 in there, you'll see now it'll change into that little icon. What did I have? I think I had 24, didn't I? Okay, so there's a couple things you can do here. The first thing is you can have it far right, or you can have it just after the text. I'm going to do that just for now. And I'm just going to push that down a bit, make it a bit bigger, push it from right, just so I can see how it's going to look. But actually what I want, I don't want it on just after the text. I personally like it on the far right. Now you can see a nice big icon, same size as the text. When I open that, okay, so there's just again the PHP in the customizer. So when so if you open it, that comes in, but that doesn't look great. So let's go back into Divi Mobile and open it up. See, it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't look brilliant. So let's go down and let's have a look. So in the sub menu appearance, sub menu background color, there we go. You see it's transparent. So if I change that to maybe a red, pump it up, okay, you can see it's red now. That's covering it. I don't want the border at the top. I want to remove that little white border at the top. I want my text to be white. That's fine. I want to make it the same size, so I want to make it 40. Actually going to the space at the top, I'm going to push that down as well. Put that in line with that over there. The close icon, which is that little one at the top, doesn't look that great because it's really small. So I'm going to push that up as well. And I'm going to push it down. And I'll push it right. You can see how you can really make it now look really nice in the way that it goes. You know, yeah. So the other thing was the width. Yeah, and then here you can set the submenu width. So I want to push it all the way across. And you can go, and also for school, you have all these other ones here. So you can have multiple slide-ins for child, you know, so it becomes really nice. So that's the sub menu. Another thing is the inject layouts. If nobody's seen that, you can inject layouts into your menu. So right now we have this nice menu over here, but maybe you want a logo over there, maybe you want some social icons over there underneath. How do you do that? Well, you create in the Divi library, so Divi library, you create layouts. So I'm just going to do one called logo and menu, and in here we have this. We add another one. So menu social. I'm gonna make a section. So I'm basically going to create some social icons on the bottom, and for that I might just use. What's the best for these things? So 4 icons. Let's go blurb. Maybe a blurb will be good. And actually use a visual builder here. Icon. Let's go find Facebook icon. Okay, it looks brilliant. In design, I can make this red. Do like that. To the left. Pretty sure there's some sizing. Width. If that does that. I haven't actually played with this yet. This is a spontaneous thing that I'm doing right here. Anyway, so you can get the idea of how you can have Facebook, and you can use the Divi builder pretty much to go ahead and create different icons. But what I wanted to show you, the reason why I wanted to do this, I much prefer this backend builder, if I'm honest with you, is this has Twitter, and I'm just gonna duplicate these two. The reason I wanted to show you this was on mobile, it'll show like this, then on tablet it'll show like that, and then on mobile it'll show like that. But you don't want it to be like that. You want them to all be horizontal, right? That's where we've actually added a module called module stacking, and you add that in, and you basically just add that into the row. So anywhere in the row, and what that will do is that will stop it from stacking on the mobile. So it'll stop it from going on top of each other. So we'll see that in a second. So I've created this like social media one. You can do what you want there. So let's go to customize and Divi Mobile, inject. So I have two things that I want to do. The first thing, actually, this alternative inject menu style, I just want to kind of talk about that quickly. So with the Divi button, the way Divi adds CSS for the button is really bizarre, and it can cause some issues with the styling. So try and use the alternative menu inject style. We're still working on kind of getting that perfectly sorted, but I have a new plan which I want to implement, which should sort it out. But at the moment, if you have issues with the CSS for custom buttons. Try enable that and see what happens. Okay, so the first thing you can do is above the menu. So I want to add the logo above the menu, and then I want to add the media social below. Okay, so now you can see, whoa, that is kind of good. But you can, two things you can see here is obviously these icons are huge. Now you can use Divi Builder to make that smaller, and they're not stacking. So that's what that module, that stop stacking module does. With this, you know, maybe it's not exactly how I want, but yeah. The issue is here is the spacing. So you can see that the spacing that I added before on top is now stop. So I want to make that 0, so it pushes it up in line with the close. So you can see how you can do that. Now this obviously doesn't look the best, and I'm not going to spend time, you know, working on the builder and you know, changing the icons. Again, we could do some layouts for you guys if you want. I could work on some really nice layouts, and then you can just import that into your menus if you want. Please, like, yeah, hit comment below, let us know if you want those kind of layouts for your menu, like social media links, maybe like a contact button, I don't know, something like that. We can create some for you if you guys want that. That's that. Okay, but that one thing I also want to show you was something that I think's amazing, what I really like, is you can add a second menu to your website. And the second menu can only, at the moment, be the bottom navigation menu style. So you click on that, and then we can, instantly it comes up with, you know, the main menu. But I actually want to say the second menu, I want to choose the bottom nav. Now, the bottom nav, yeah, I want to go away. The bottom nav is one I've created in menus. And in here, I've created one called the bottom nav, and I've only added, you know, 4 menu items there. In the 4 menu items, I've added this CSS class. Okay, so the CSS class is so I'll get that link to the Elegant Themes blog again. So the CSS class would be on the same post that we looked at earlier. Okay. Divi's website's not scrolling. No, it is. So before we use those you know, the icon, but now we're going to look for the CSS class, which is this. So for example, I have home, subject, documentation, and contact, just as like you know, just some, you know, example ones. So for the home, I'm going to be adding this icon house alt. You know, you can add, if you wanted a camera, icon camera alt. You add that in. Screen options, enable CSS classes, and there you can add it into here, and this will give you the icon on the bottom nav. Now, so I've added these four navs. Now you see how before I made this top header not fixed, and the reason I made it not fixed is because of this bottom nav. I think it's a really unique way to do it, is to have 2 navigations. So here's obviously a main navigation with lots of information. I don't think I saved the submenu. Yeah, see, the submenu still see through. I didn't save that. I'm just going to do it because that's going to bug me. Oh, publish. Okay, so yeah. Okay, anyway, I've gone through those settings. Yeah, remove the border at the top. We just kind of go. Sorry, it's just going to annoy me. Oh, let's just check that out. Okay. So there we go. Okay, so it looks a bit better. But again, you have more information in here, but on the actual, when you scroll down, that disappears, but the bottom nav stays there. So I think that it's a really unique way to kind of, you know, add some key information at the bottom, you know. And with, you know, we've done a tutorial on this where you have like where it's called like thumb driven, you know, so people in their mobile, when you hold your phone, here's my phone, when I hold my phone, I'm holding it like this, right? And I'm working on it like this. So to go up to the top is a bit of a stretch. The idea is that you can easily touch top, you know, at the bottom, you can easily touch some icons over there. So the idea is you have the ability for them to touch this and to open up a big menu where they can have lots of options. Or you could just display, some really key call to actions. Maybe you have a shop, maybe an e-commerce shop, have shop now, contact, even if you had like a call button or something, So it's a really interesting way to just display some key stuff on scroll, and in that way, you have the rest of the website in focus on the top with the key points at the bottom. It's quite a cool way to show. One more thing I wanted to go over was when you let's say you have a website and you have anchor points. Okay, if you click on this, for example, it'll just, or if you click on contact, for example, it'll just, the page doesn't close, the menu doesn't close, right? So with a scrolling anchor website, that's going to be really annoying. So what you can do is, and we have on our documentation, we have this, is in the menu, you just simply add the CSS class called anchor point, and you go help.diviengine.com. In there we have, in Divi Mobile, we have auto close menu. So here we give some instructions to show you how to do it, but you basically just add that class without the space at the end. Now when somebody opens up the menu and clicks on curriculum, it'll scroll down and close the menu. So that's something to note when using it on with anchor points. Okay, so I think that is it. So now I guess, like, I don't think I said in the beginning, and I probably should have, is any questions, please put it in the comments and I will be happy to answer it. So if anybody has any questions, please fire away, ask me some questions now while you got me. You can always comment after on the video, or even just email in, give us a shout, and I'd be more than happy to help you. But yeah, so any questions for anybody? I'm just gonna switch to my sorry, I got my two screens over here as my one screen. I'm just gonna switch over here and just check out some of the comments. Does your preview work with your extension for mobile preview? I guess that's saying, is that the customizer preview? So the customizer preview does work. As I said, there's two things. Is when there's CSS changes, it's perfect. But when there's some PHP, when I need to actually change the HTML structure of the menu, it seems like the customizer, gets in a bit of a state. So there's possibly I can work more on that, test it a bit more. But all you need to do is just reload. You can reload it. So that was from what was that? Tell me. Yeah, so Matt, yeah, so I agree. So the whole circle menu, I think it's important to make sure to make the background transparent, so the whole button, the whole circle is clickable. It gives more space for the thumb, so it just works better. So Levens, yeah. So the video will be available. I think Chris commented to you. The video will be available after this on our YouTube channel, so it's not a problem. Can you suggest a free way to make a high resolution logo for the header? So there's two ways. So Rick's asked, there's two ways to really do this. The first way is SVG, which I think is the best way. A lot of people say it can be a security risk, but I've never had any issues. So an SVG is basically code, and with an image is not code, so nobody can hack an image. But if it's code, people can hack code. But if they're going to hack your code on your image, they could hack anything on your website. Your website's made of code, in my view. So but if you're going to go down the point of not using SVG because you're going to be scared of people hacking your website, you may as well not have any code on your website, in my view. So I would say SVG is my choice. Now, if you're using Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, you can export SVG from there. There's a lot of free SVG stuff online. We actually have a tutorial on it. So I think I'm just going to check on here. Have a look here. I mean, it's old. It's a very old blog post I did a long time ago. So what I'll do is I'll try and sift it out, and then yeah. So we have this blog post over here on our website, way back, how to optimize your images for websites, and then we go through like the GIF, PNG, JPEG, SVG, the pros and cons. And then we show you kind of the differences in the way that it looks with an example, and then the size. So you can see SVG really is the way forward. Now you can with Illustrator you can export to SVG, and there's obviously other ways you can do it. And so that's one way. The second way is to actually use a PNG, double its size, and then in our settings reduce the size of your logo. Okay, it won't be that much in terms of size. So when I say reduce, so in the customizer we have, if you're using our custom header, we have this, you upload your logo, a big PNG, and then over here you can change the width. So over here I've made it as 107 pixels. So if you make your logo 214 pixels, for example, and then you halve it, it'll therefore be high res, like it won't be pixelated on mobile. So that's called making it like retina. So SVG, because it's a vector, because it's code, it can be scaled huge, it can be scaled small, and the logo will be pin sharp. If you have even like an image maybe, and you want the image to be pin sharp, double its size and then reduce the width. However, be careful of the image size. You don't want the image size to be too big. So check out ways. We also have tutorials on how to compress your images and sort that out. So can you create a bottom nav just for a specific page? Somebody's asked. Let's find out who that was in a sec. I'd just like to know who it was. It's actually Chris who told me to find out who the people are. I think that's a good thing. So that's Joseph Tranvan. So Joseph, so here we go. So the way I would do it is this, right? So we're on this home page, and if you inspect, and this can apply to anything, if you inspect this page, you can see one of two things. You can see here's this custom CSS class I have here, which is bottom dash navigation dash menu. Okay, now on this page as well, there's some special IDs for each page. So I have page ID 2. Okay, so let's say I haven't really set up any other pages on here, I'll be honest with you. So actually this privacy policy, let's just publish this. Let's say I want to remove it on the privacy policy page, but I want it on the home page. Okay, how do I go about doing that? So if I inspect this page, go to my body and find this ID. So this page, if I check out, this is page ID 3. So now you can add CSS that is just for that page, okay? Which is really cool, because now you can start to do some interesting things. So dot page dash ID dot 3, okay, so that is the body. So now you go space, let's go back into here. So this page ID3 space. Now anything inside this body I can remove, or anything for that page. So I'm going to add bottom navigation menu, and open brackets close, display none, which is CSS for hard. I'm just going to add important. If you don't know what important means in CSS, exclamation important means, hey, this is important. It's like when you shout to somebody in the crowd and you're like, hey, Joe, yes, you Joe. That's what important means. Whereas if you just shout, hey Joe, all the Joes are going to look at you. But if you're, hey you, and you're pointing, that means important. I always like to use CSS. I always like to use an analogy of shouting in a crowd full of people. This is the surname and this is the first name, So anyway, we can get to that another time. So if I reload the privacy page now, you'll see the bottom nav will go. bottom nav's gone. But if I go to the home page, bottom nav's there. You can see I've done that. Prtaj, just out of interest, are your plugins going to be available on a weekly released Elegant Themes marketplace? Yes, on the newly released. So we actually have one plugin. So ages ago, when we were invited to add our plugins on the marketplace, and we were getting onto it, and then we uploaded some. We did, and then basically Divi Mega Menu was the first one we're working on, and we got that approved and added on. Then Divi Machine happened, and Divi Machine took up all our time developing our new plugin Divi Machine. So on our last webinar, we actually we said we were going to have something new coming out, and that is what Divi Machine is. So Divi Machine, our newest plugin, was launched at the beginning of this month. And yeah, so if you haven't checked out Divi Machine, yeah, have a look at it. You'll see it's a pretty awesome plugin. So because of that, our time has been devoted to that, and to actually, we at the moment today working on another update for Divi Body Commerce. We've got Divi Mega Menu and Divi Mobile. We've got some more stuff to add next week as well. So we'll add it as soon as possible on the marketplace. There's no real, for you guys who know Divi Engine, there's no real advantage on being on the marketplace. I'll be honest with you. It's probably better to just actually come directly to us. It's the same price. You get the same kind of support. You probably actually get better support, because with Divi Marketplace you have to submit a ticket through there, and then that gets a bit long-winded. And we haven't quite actually worked with that yet, so that might be a few bugs. Whereas if you buy through our website, you can email in, and the support is quick. With Elegant Theme Marketplace, you're going to have to email in through their ticketing system. We have to log on, sir. You have to log on, sir. Like I don't know how it's going to be, but before we did the email support, we had a similar system. We had to log on, sir, and then it just took ages. It was very time demanding. So we kind of pulled away. Oh, I should have done my. So we kind of pulled away from that kind of style. So if I was you guys, stick to using our website. So Levin, so I haven't understood the plugin 100% yet. Excuse me. This is probably because the many functions confused me at first. Now I understand it much better. Oh, that's great. So I'm glad that it helped you to understand. I mean, look, I didn't go through all the settings. The settings are there's so much, and I think we always work on functionality over making the settings look like appealing to you. Maybe we need to start work on making it a bit more appealing and a bit more user friendly. But for me, it's about functionality. It's like I'd rather have it working properly and working well than looking pretty and working poorly. So I think, yeah. So, and I'm glad it helped you understand a bit better. As I said, I didn't go through all the settings, but I just gave you in my head how I go through it. That's what I do. First, burger menu. Or first choose my style, then burger menu, then the menu appearance, then the sub menu appearance, then I inject layouts, and I kind of build it up. So it's like building up, making it more complex. And I think, from doing this webinar and from speaking to a few people, I think I'm definitely going to create some presets. And you can go, okay, preset 1 will be like, I don't know, a slide out menu or something. And you can go to preset, and all our settings get added for you. In that way, it'll be a lot quicker for you to understand things. I think that'll help you guys a lot. So let me know if that's what you want. If that's what you want, comment below. Just give a thumbs up or something. I don't know. Just let me know somehow if that's what you want, because if you think that's gonna be helpful, then I'll spend time with it. If you think it's going to be not helpful, then it's probably worth my time rather spending on creating new mobile menus, because there's loads more mobile menus I want to create. And I think that's it, really. So if there's no more questions, I think we will be done. The next webinar, I think this webinar we were delayed. I'm sorry for postponing it from Wednesday. It's usually once a month on a Wednesday. I kind of messed up some events, so I had to postpone it. So Pratash said, I've used Divi Mobile and it's a wicked app which helped me solve some niggle issues with Divi Mobile. I was able to sort it in an hour, and well done. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Pratash, you I think stuff that you're doing is awesome. Pretage has got and I won't share a link, but he's got a pretty cool food recipe website. I've stolen some ideas from myself. But yeah, presets. Okay, so guys are saying presets, so I'm definitely going to do some presets for you guys. Okay, so I think that's it really. And next webinar will be in a month's time. And any suggestions on what you guys would like to do? I might do one on another plugin, maybe like Divi Mega Menu or Divi Protect or Nitro. So, give us a shout on what you prefer it on. And I could do more advanced, some more stuff on body commerce, maybe looking at like the mini carts, Ajax out to carts. I don't know. So I want to know what I need to know from you guys. What content you want to see. So please just send an email in. Let us know. Simeon. Yeah, I was saying to Simeon. Simeon's like he runs his own shop and he's not a web developer, and the site that he's built is so beautiful with body commerce. I love it. Like I think he actually did a better job than I could do, to be honest. But anyway, no. So yeah, so it's just amazing to see how like it's great. I love seeing how the plugins that we create help you guys. I really do. I love it. It brings us all at Divi Engine great joy when we help you with support. So when we do help you and you guys have good reviews back to us, it makes our day. It really does. Like like us at Divi Engine. Like I know it sounds cheesy, but we're here to serve you guys. So when you guys are happy, we're happy. So that's great. Okay, so again, next month on a Wednesday, it'll be like the middle of the month. We'll post that. We'll give you 2 weeks. We're looking to give you 2 weeks notice by email and on social media. And we're usually gonna aim for the second, like to last Wednesday of the month. And I will be just double check when that is, because I'm moving house. I think if you guys missed it, I'm moving house on the 12th of August. So yeah, so it'll be on the 19th possibly of August, and depending on my Wi-Fi, we'll have to see. So it might be interesting again. But yeah, we'll do that. So I think next time Mega Menu might be a good one. I think it might be a good one. Okay, guys. So yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate all of you being on here, and if there's any questions you have or that like I haven't answered, please can you just email in support@diviengine.com. Be happy to help. I know I've been looking not at the camera, have I? I've been looking like at the screen. I need to get used to this this live streaming thing. It's not something I do all the time. Okay, thanks guys, and we'll keep at it. We're gonna keep pressing on and improving our plugins day by day. So yeah, we love having you guys as part of the family. So when are you gonna do it? So just last thing. We'd love to see your site. Yeah, so Simeon, yeah, I think he shared it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like his website. I mean, I like there's a lot of websites that like. I mean, recently we shared one. Provenance Hub is another one that our customers made, and that one was another pretty. I mean, like if I name all the websites you guys have done that is brilliant, I think I'd be here all day long. It's just because I was dealing with Simeon recently, so that's what's in my head. So when you're gonna do the webinar for Divi Machine, so this is the thing, like it's up to you guys. If people want Divi Mega Menu in like next month, I might do that, and then Divi Machine I can go on again. I think Divi Machine might need some more webinars. So what I'll do is I'll do Divi Mega Menu August, September I'll do Divi Machine, and by then I'm gonna have more features added into Divi Machine, which I've been waiting. Find time to. So it'll be a good time because I can run through the new features as well. We're looking at like adding custom taxonomies and other things like so we'll see. Hopefully I have all done by then. Okay guys, so we'll see you soon. I was saying to Chris, it'll be amazing to have like a meetup, all the Divi Engine like guys who are customers you want to join, like all get together, using Zoom or whatever, and just kind of all chat and hang out. Like it'd be quite nice. So we can also look at creating that sometime, but it's a bit crazy at the moment. And once that's done, we'll do that. Okay, so thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining. This has probably gone on longer than it should have, but I just like to talk. I like to talk to you guys. Can't blame me. Have a great day, and yeah, so we'll see you soon. And yeah, I hope that Divi Mobile will help you make some really amazing mobile menu websites. Have a great day.